Hi guys, welcome to another video on Gixxer SF 250. Today we will discuss some important points whether you need to buy this bike or not, and what are the main reasons for you to buy this bike. Because we have a lot of options like Yamaha FZ250, R15, RC200, Duke 200, and even the newer entries like Vittel and Smart. Among these, I choose Gixxer SF 250 because I thought of some things. I'll be mentioning about them in this video. The first thing is maintenance. This bike doesn't need a lot of maintenance because this doesn't have an oil coolant. This uses active oil cooling technology to cool the oil directly, so we don't need any coolant. By that, we will be able to easily maintain this without having to top up the liquid coolant every time we go for service centers. And the second thing is its mileage. Guys, this delivers very good mileage. Trust me, till now I fueled about 12 liters of fuel, and it's still running with some 3.5 to 4 liters of fuel remaining, and I went around 480 kilometers till now. And let me see how much it delivers. By now I can conclude that it is delivering about 40 to 43 kilometers per liter mileage in mixed riding conditions. Both I went to a top speed of 130, and I was riding in 80 kilometers to 90 kilometers per hour for some 100 kilometers. So this is a good mileage. And next thing is the lights. The lights are not that great, but not worst either. The windscreen is of I can say that it's of no use. Yeah, because I'll be feeling the wind always, even at 70 kilometers per hour or 60 kilometers per hour. The wind will be touching your face slowly or heavily based upon the speed. And the mirrors are good. You can see what's coming from behind. And the bike is so nimble. It's not lightweight. It's 161 kgs, which is not at all a lightweight bike. But compared to other bikes, you will be able to steer it very easily. And the suspension is also good. It can absorb minor bumps so easily that you will not be able to feel that there is a bump. And the console is completely visible during heavy sunlight also. It's of no problem. And Suzuki's easy start system is good. The brakes, the front one is so good, the back one is okayish. I don't like the back brake at all. The front one is too good. And then there are no vibrations, literally no vibrations at all, even at higher RPMs like 9000 RPM or 10,000 RPM. The bike goes so calmly. And then what are the points remaining? The pickup is good, and you can easily cruise at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour even in sixth gear with a heavy pillion. Yesterday uh, I was having a pillion weighing around 89 kgs, and at that speed I was able to cruise at 40 kilometers per hour. And if you want to rev up the engine, then you'll have to change the gear because mm, it will pick up. Then also there is no problem, but you will be able to find some kind of disturbance then. So if you down the gear, you will be able to achieve good speeds at lesser times. And yeah, that's all for now. And also the stability of the bike is too good. Even at higher speeds you can steer it easily, and the bike will be so stable. Trust me, the cornering capability is good. You can lean into the corner so easily. I haven't tried great corners till now because they are not available at the place where I'm living. And trust me, the bike looks great. Everyone who looks at the bike will be coming to you and asking about the price of the bike and what is the cc of the bike. That is a great feeling after you own a bike. mm, it is that good looking. And also the gearbox is smooth, not bad, it's smooth. The foot pegs are center set, you will not feel any pain. And the seat accommodation is also good. mm, there will be no aches or pains even at when you travel for a lot of time. And okay, thank you, that's all for today.